Yeah, we are all good. One last video before moving on to uploading the daily food log, and it's about what I learned today from the coursework. And there isn't much that I've learned because there wasn't really much to learn, because I basically finished all of the really cognitively demanding stuff outside of the assignments that I was gonna do, that I planned to do. There was a lot less than I expected to do. I thought I was gonna have to do a whole load of pages worth of work, but although I definitely do have the workload's there. It's just that it hasn't been the same, that in the same way I expected. So yeah, we've got to do those assignments that I've been talking about in the last video. But anyway, in terms of what I've learned today, we learned a bit about old age and the sort of conditions that can come with old age, like arthritis. And this is the main thing that I learned. There are a whole load of different forms of arthritis. There's the bone form of arthritis. There's osteoarthritis, and I think there might even be a joint form of arthritis. I've also confirmed my knowledge on what a stroke is, and that is a complete blockage of blood flow to the brain. Hence, the slurred face and the slurred speech, and maybe even blurry sight, which I remember seeing a demonstration of in a YouTube video. Those sorts of call the emergency services when you see these signs. What is it? Slow, slurred. There's something else I don't remember. Slow, slurred, stop. Something? I don't know, but it was something along those lines. And then you've got the proper scientific term for heart attack: myocardial infarction. INFARCTION. Myo meaning muscle, myo meaning related to the heart, and maybe cardio, like cardiovascular health. Infarction, I'm not actually sure, but I suppose if you put two and two together, you can find out that it's based on like maybe a blockage or something. I'm not quite sure, but I do know this. I confirmed my knowledge on what a heart attack is, and a heart attack is when blood flow / supply to the heart has been completely blocked, at least in some places, by, for example, a blood clot, or maybe extremely thickened arteries from maybe, say, sort of food you'd eat if they're highly processed, and you've got a whole load of meals, which is something that I definitely need to be careful of, because that sort of stuff does run in the family. If we're being very, very vague with my family history here. But it's not like there's nothing that I can do about that. I definitely can go out my way to take care of my health, to the point that if I do have a heart attack, and I do unfortunately pass away from the heart attack, it at least would be way, 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 way later on in life, when my body starts to really degrade on the premise I don't take, especially on the premise I don't take care of it. And maybe, I don't know, my 80s or my 90s or something, if I live that long. We'll see. My any length of time past this point definitely is not guaranteed. I mean, I could drop dead right now. Not that I wish that on myself, but it's not at a certain level of time as general society might imply exists, that it does not exist. And what I mean by that is, Some people say, imagine if you were living up to 60. Don't do that. And the reason why I say that, at least to myself, is because that period from your current age to 60, if you haven't passed 60 already, is not guaranteed. You definitely can have a long-term plan, which I have no problems agreeing with, but planning up to that point is just pointless, especially for someone that's 21 years of age like me, because if you do the maths, that's 39 years from now. 39 years in, if I do the maths, 2060. No, 2061. I was born in 2001, so 2061. Like, that's long, long, long. And even in the space of 10 years, I wouldn't want the same sort of, I would imagine I wouldn't want the same sort of pursuits like I do now. Although I would have fundamental principles that I'd still follow then at 60 that I do now at 21, such as taking care of my health. I'll always do that for as long as I'm living. But yeah, I wouldn't want to follow that sort of mindset, because it's me living up to that point. It's not guaranteed. All I can do is just take care of myself on a day-to-day basis. And it really is as simple as that. Take care of my health, and take care of my safety as much as I think I can on a daily basis, and not get myself into situations which risk either my health or my safety. But yeah, man, that's it. I'm done, seeing as I'm going off on a tangent. And yeah, man, that's what I learned. So I learned about coursework a little bit here and there. Sometimes it's going to be less than others on some days, but that's fine. There wasn't really much to learn about, honestly. So yeah, on that note, I'm done. Just be finito, and cheers to learning more each and every day, even if it's a little bit. This is for the long run. It's a marathon, not a sprint.